Hello Factorio people, welcome back, and thank you for coming back after the break. I appreciate it a lot. This is the reverse mega base, the Krastorio 2 reverse mega base. Someone correctly pointed out, and I did realise this myself not as soon as I pressed stop recording, obviously, that you should probably limit the. This is going to run into an issue, basically. What we did last time with the uranium processing, it's not 100% foolproof. This will fill with uranium-238. This will back up. But then the Covarex will continue to go. As long as... If this doesn't get picked up, which of course it will get picked up, but eventually... there is an edge case where this is too full of uranium-235. And so, just to fix that, all you really need is a limiter on the inbound as well. And you just say, don't let any uranium... You just put an upper bound on the uranium, basically. You just say, don't let more uranium into the chest if there is already more than... Whoops. Uranium is greater than uranium. Unless the uranium is less than 20,000. We'll just say 20,000. So that might be a bit much. We'll have to revisit it, I suppose, see if it breaks. So we don't process uranium into fuel cells unless there is more than 1,000. And we don't let Covarex continue once there is more than 20,000 uranium-235, which leaves 80,000. Is that correct? Yeah, which leaves 80,000 space for uranium-238, which consumption. Oh, this graph's going to be weird now because I'm consuming it for Covarex, but before we were consuming it for Covarex, it was 80,000 is plenty, basically. Whoops, shouldn't have done that. There's also a problem somewhere with the Immersite sand processing facility. Let me just take a drink of my tea. I can't not record these videos without a cup of tea. I'm sorry. Sorry. Where am I going? Which one is it? It's here. Where am I now? There, I've gone the wrong way. I need to get a Spidertron full of her legs, really, at this point. The base is becoming quite large. Don't get hit by a train. Should there be signals here? Maybe. The base is a mess, really. There was no plan. There was no plan. There was no system. It was just whatever I felt like doing. Oh, this is broken. Alright, better fix it. For some reason, the excess sand isn't... the excess landfill isn't being crushed, and I can't tell you why. This is full. These are wrong. Oh, I said 100,000 landfill and this only fills to 60,000, so there we go, problem solved. Greater than or equal to 60,000. There we go. I don't know why I thought I'd fit 100,000 in here. And this is even with Krastorio changing the stack size of landfill to 500, so that was extremely, extremely wrong. As such, sand was backed up. Because sand was backed up, fresh Immersite powder couldn't come out because these machines... The crusher wouldn't work, sorry, because it was full of sand. So this will take a moment to catch up, and then we're all good. I wanted to make uranium live. I changed the chest for the uranium processing. This one to be real trains. So let's go down to the small little depot here and then say go from the uranium until full, and take it to uranium to purple cards until empty. Off you go. There is a high level problem with the trains as well, which I'm saving for its own very special episode. There's a better way to do it, even what we've got now. I've realised when I'm laying in bed, not sleeping, thinking about Factorio, as is my wont. I did want to quickly check what the mining rate is at the moment, just out of interest. How do I not have any miners on me? What is this nonsense? Give me electric mining drills, please. Krastorio adds 2 extra tiers of electric mining drills. You can see here that one, they use the is this the old graphic? I can't even remember. No, this is the new graphic. Anyway, they have a very large mining radius. They have a mining speed of 1 per second compared to the default and vanilla's 0.5 per second. I think that's default vanilla numbers. Anyway, I just wanted to see one on its own. What are we talking about at the moment with all the productivity bonuses? A fifth of a belt, basically. Alright. I'm not going to talk about mining until the very, very, very end, because if I start talking about it now, then we'll get another 50 levels of mining productivity and the situation will change. Did this work? Did this come and get uranium? It did. This is all... Alright, this is good. Okay. Alright, now then. Now, that's the intro. That's the intro stuff out of the way. Satellites. I wanted to talk about satellites today. That's going to be one of the last major headaches. Major headache builds, I feel like, and feel free to timestamp and put this to memory, commit this to memory when something else comes along further down the line that is more of a headache. You said this was going to be the last difficult bit. Ha ha ha. Career suicide. Satellites. Satellites need 6 ingredients. 3 of them will be in the 3 of them will just be there anyway. The other 3 of them also need building: solar panels, accumulators, and radars. We need to think about how we're actually going to do that. How we're going to facilitate that. Because, yeah. Currently, the satellites just go to the rocket silos, and we were going to just load them out from a train, using the logistics network, a small the logistics network that we're going to have for each individual module. If I could spell, it would be great. Sat-E-Light. What on earth? Satellite. It's been running consistently for the last 10 hours at 3.6 per minute. This does all the cards we need. So we need 4 satellites per minute. That's not a lot. That's not a lot at all. It's more about getting all the ingredients in. That's more the issue. Why did I just not put this somewhere that made sense? Am I muted? No, good. Satellites, you can't prod module it, so that's a good start. And regular assembler will make 60 a minute, so that's good. We only need 1 of those. Should I just use a vanilla assembler? Would that be funny? I bet I don't even have any. But I never even put them in the hub, did I? No, why would I? It's just going to change the numbers somewhat. Going to make it headache to work out exactly how many we need. 4 per minute. If we speed module the crap out of it... Oh, why would I speed module the crap out of it? That just doesn't make any sense. 1 per second. On its own. So if we times all these numbers by 4, that's how much we need per minute, which I can do down here. The rocket fuel, the low density structures, and the processing units will come in on their own train, and they won't need that many trains. Of course. Where's my pen? Who's had my bloody pen? This is ridiculous. It's gone. My pen has been stolen by the only other person who lives in this house. Or my cat. I am outraged. This is unjust. And, oh no, I found it. 400 accumulators. Now I'm dusty from reaching around everywhere. 400 accumulators, 400 solar panels, 20 radars. Again, these numbers are not very high. It's more about the ingredients. The sheer number of ingredients that need to come in. That was the right page. Anyway, solar panels, accumulators, radars are a combat item. There's no doubt in my mind that these numbers are like one machine of everything is a. What do you mean no? What do you mean it's not? That's because this produces at such high numbers. 400 accumulators and 400 solar panels per minute. 30? Have I got this wrong? What? 400 accumulators will make 4 satellites per minute. I know this says per second, but this is just because I'm, So if we want 4 satellites per minute, we need 400 accumulators, correct? Because one satellite takes 100, so we want 4 of those. Yeah. You can't prod module these. I'll speed module them, of course. So one of these on their own per minute, 90 and 90. Okay, so I'm wrong, clearly. I thought that this would be enough. Honestly thought this would be enough. Alright, I guess we're beaconing these then. Just for the sake of getting it all in one assembler. Make sure that these beacons don't touch the satellite production. Yep, give me my prod modules back, please. Let's try again. 330 per minute. Alright, we can speed beacon these, singularity beacon these to some extent. Oh, I held the wrong button. I've been playing shapes. IO. It's good, but it's also quite short. You see everything quite quickly. In comparison to Factorio. And it's not really fair to compare another game's longevity to Factorio's longevity. Factorio is essentially infinite due to the mod, especially due to modding. Alright, 420, nice. Okay. I mean, this is fine. 4 a minute is slight overkill, so let's go with this. Is that sensible? I guess we'll just see what the numbers say. I mean, adding them is not going to change anything ridiculous. May as well overproduce it. Right, okay. So the solar panels need 4 inputs. Excuse me, silicon, steel, electronic circuits, glass, the radars, the accumulators rather, need 2 inputs, iron plates and batteries. And then the radars, well, the radars must be fine, right? 1 machine making radars. This only takes half a second to make a radar. $20 radars. Yeah, and you need them in such lower quantities. 20 radars a minute. That should do. This also needs electronic circuits and iron plates, and then the iron gear wheels from the iron plates. So the combined ingredients for the satellites would be batteries, steel, silicon, rocket fuel, glass, iron plates, electronic circuits. That's a lot of things. It's not a prohibitive amount of things, but it is still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 inputs, 9 trains. Would I get 9 trains in a double? Almost certainly, because everything would only need 1 belt. I think we're just gonna have to do it. The only other option is to have one module that makes just solar panels, accumulators and radars with 5 inputs, is that right? Just the 5? Silicon, steel plates, glass, iron, electronic circuits. Load those into trains. Possibly one train? Possibly one train with a like this. Because everything's at ratio, isn't it? Like, obviously everything has a ratio. That was a particularly dumb comment. For 100 solar panels, 100 accumulators and 5 radars. Solar panels stack to 50. Accumulators stack to 50. Radars stack to 50. But for every satellite you need 20 times more. Wait. Yeah, 20 times more solar panels and accumulators than radars. So for every 20 of these, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It doesn't quite work, does it? For every 20 of these, you need 1 stack of these. 20 stacks of these, you need 1 stack of these. So if this train were full now, it would be 20 times 50, 1,000 solar panels and 1,000 accumulators. That would make you... ten rockets, and you would need 50 radars. So it's not quite right. You would need 1 extra little tiny grid square here full of radars for it to work. I've done this before. I have done it like this before. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go and check how I did it, because I forgot. You see it? This is behind the scenes. Was it this one? Yes. Just load it. I don't think I need to sync my mods. I don't think anything particularly is going to break. Anything that I want to check is going to break if I don't sync the mods. Except for probably everything. Oh my god, it's a mess. It's horrid. It's awful. Ah! Don't look, everybody. Don't look. I'm gonna do 1 wagon of each, but limit the final final wagon. I probably just limited the final wagon. That's vaguely ringing a bell to me now. A wagon of solar, a wagon of accumulators, and then a limited wagon of radars that matched the ratio that you would be using them at to make exactly the right amount of satellites for 1 train. Look at this stupid city block design that serves no purpose because nothing ever gets built in the middle of anything. How naive I was. This is in my Krastorio 2 base tour video, which is also complete garbage that makes no sense. Where am I going? Going over here. Oh, there's teleporters in this base, isn't there? Except I can't remember where any of them are. So we're walking. We're walking, boys. There's so much wrong with this base. There's so much wrong with it. That when I thought, oh, I could make a series about fixing this base, I thought, you know, it'd be better just make one from scratch, mate. Just make one from scratch. Still walking. Still walking. The big base. I'm not going to talk about anything because I'll just be revisiting my Mega Base tour video, which is long and probably not worth watching, which is ironic because it's the most popular video on this channel. But, you know, that's what made me think, oh, there is a market for Krastorio 2 content. I thought that not only would the Factorio content be niche enough, that niche is already filled by better content creators than I. So why then also... I mean, this is empty, right? I'm almost certain this is just limited. Yeah, I could have just copied and pasted this train and put it down next to me, I realise that. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I remember. So for every 20 stacks of solar panels and accumulators, you need 1 stack of radars. So you just build your train like this. This is overkill on these inserters, isn't it? Like, how many of these are you ever using? Not many. And then a circuit condition that only empties the satellite when there aren't satellites ready to go in here. And this only launches a mere 2 rockets, and it doesn't even launch them all the time because of reasons. Oh, there they go. Alright, load. Go back to episode 25, please. 25, okay. Alright, that's good. So you have one train that takes away the solar panels, the accumulators and the radars, but that still means you need 5 inputs. So you need 6. You need a 6er. That's okay. We can do that. It's going to be double high again, but this is exactly why. This is exactly why we did it like this in the first place, folks. Do I want to put it right next to the double high uranium depot? It doesn't matter. Don't think it really matters. The only reason it would matter is if there would be overlap between what is going to be the logistics network of each module. But this isn't even going to have its own logistics network because the trains are going to be fueled. The trains are sort of fueling themselves here. I'm just going to play it safe and put it further away. I will just play it safe. Large roboport is in the way. I can't decide when I'm going to get rid of these large roboports. I know I talked about it last time. It's more trouble than it's worth, because then I have to set up trains with supplies and stuff in. Control and drag doesn't make a box. How do I make a box? I'm playing too much shapes. Too much shapes. Cut this. Control X didn't cut it. Ah! Control X first to bring the cutting tool up. That's it. I remember. I remember. I only played like 10 hours of shapes last week, and already I've forgotten everything about how to play Factorio. Oh, I wasn't criticising shapes, just for the record. It's very good, and the price is right. I mean, come on. Come on. 555, come on now. I think I paid £2 British. £2 and 40 British pence. The build is going to be easy. Like I don't. This is moot. Oh, why did I get rid of that? This needs 4 raw inputs in. This needs 2 raw inputs in. This needs... Oh, I'm hungry. This needs iron gear wheels. In such a small amount, this is such small quantities that it's not going to affect how many iron plates we use. There's no way we need more than a belt of iron plates for any of this. So then this has the iron plates, the electronic circuits in, and the... Is that right? Yeah. And the gear wheels come out. So then some of the iron needs to go in here. Splitter. It's the wrong way around. These are all the wrong way around, in fact. Every single one of these is the wrong way around. The arrows are the wrong way around, but they will fix themselves when you put the belts down. So I understand why they've made that change, and I don't want to keep banging on about it because it's sort of a meme in the Krastorio 2 community at this point. That they changed it. And it confused the heck out of everybody. But it is a sensible change that does make sense, so... Can anyone please explain to me what I'm doing here? Because I don't know. There we go. Yeah, iron plates in. Gear wheels in. Oh, and that just needs the electronic circuit, so in fact this only needs to be one space away. So I managed to hit Control Z at the same time there. So this is just iron plates and electronic circuits. Yes. This is 2 inputs, which is the iron plates and the batteries, which we don't make yet. The glass, the silicon, the steel plates, the electronic circuits. Some of the electronic circuits also need to go over this way. So we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inputs and an output. All of which only ever need 1 belt. And I'm not even gonna double check that. So it's this one. Control drag does not make a box. Good God. Copy first. Control C, and then you can make a box at will. Without having to hold any buttons. I accidentally copy and pasted the train station name. I have. Just placeholder, please. Placeholder. Landmines. E. Landmine E. 1. Ah! Control does not make a box. Get rid of that. 1. 2. God's sake. Why is nothing ever easy? 3. 4. 5. 6. Oh, these are all doubles. Good one, me. We would never have fit this in one, would we? Not with... Oh, mints. Sorry, that's Camp David from Alan Partridge reference. I don't know why I said that. Oh, it's close. It's very close. Show me it again. Show me it zoomed in, but without the... From this side. Oh, God's sake, game. Thank you. So the very bottom input overlaps. Is there a better way to tighten this up? Is the question. And is it worth the effort? So of course these don't need to be splitters. We're talking such low volumes here that these don't need to be splitters. That saves you one tile. You could also save some tiles by having this one... I'm mining stone. That's good. You could also save some by having this... Do we need to design an ultra tight one here? Like, is there any reason to? Yes. If UPS starts to fail, we might need to design stuff that doesn't involve so many splitters, as well as it is the double point of this. So, like, maybe we could design a single belt output for these that unload, a single belt that unloads from 8 wagons. Like, stop mining stone. Like this. My 2-to-2 balancer, please. It's not mine, it's not mine. Shouldn't have said that. Give me a 2-to-2 balancer designed by Rainquist from the Rainquist Balancer book, Spring 2022. I wonder if there's a new one yet. There probably is. I did see some posts on the Factorio subreddit about do I need a 2-to-2 to balance it and then only take one of them? Does that work? Does that make any sense? Can't remember how this game works. Why would you use a 2-to-2 balancer if you're then only going to take one belt? Good question. 2-to-1 balancer. There it is. That's my 2-to-1 balancer design. Private, do not steal. Original design, do not steal. That's the meme, innit? Can't remember how this game works. I actually can't. I got a lot of personal stuff going on. That sounds like a joke, it's not. Am I doing all of this just to fit it into a single one? Better test it. Don't need to hold shift for that. You don't need to hold shift to upgrade it, but you need to hold shift to... Oh no, you don't. That's a lie. I lied to you just then. That was a lie. That was me lying. That was me telling you how to, showing you how to lie. Sand. Wow, I'm dumb. Wow. Why don't I just do this and use the Krastorio 2 mechanic of being able to drop near. Then this could actually move up one tile like this, because then this could go like this instead. Hello? Oh, now you're in the wrong place. You've stopped working because... You're the wrong way around. Curse you, Factorio. Curse you, Krastorio 2 devs. Why did you change the loaders? Well, that works. Doesn't unload evenly. As soon as, like, this one takes a lot more than this one. So what happens when this is empty and this is empty? Do you get spaces? Not really, because you're balancing it and still compressing it here. So the left-hand side of each pair of wagons empties first. Obviously it doesn't matter for this exact build because we're never using a full belt of anything at this speed, but going forwards, do I want to start using this design to save UPS? The belt is still compressed. I can show you the debug here actually. Show belt spaces? Show... It's belt, it shows belt spaces. What is it called? Show... Transport line gaps. Show transport line gaps. So this is an interesting one. Let's turn the game speed down. So UPS suffers with transport spaces because of reasons that I don't understand because I'm not a programmer. Presumably it has to perform calculations on the spaces being filled up, whereas if the belts are compressed it just goes, yep, there's 8 items on this belt, that's the end of it. Let me see if there's a better example somewhere. Fix the sound problem. So the frame rate goes down when you... so like this for example. Oh boy! Oh boy! It shows you the undergrounds as well, isn't that nice? We could leave that on. Well, let's leave it on for a bit. Basically you can use this to debug your compressed belts. So are there ever any gaps here? It doesn't look like there are. It looks like they all get eaten up well before that point. So we'll call this a win. We'll call this a win. This works. How long have I been recording for? 37 minutes. Alright, that's fine. That's good. That's actually quite good. There's the gap. Whee! Neat. Let's just be doubly sure. I know I said I wouldn't check, but before we do all of this, we should check. Even if they were running at, if they were running at full capacity, which they know they definitely don't need to be, these ones will be. It's these that just won't be. Like, these just won't be. Absolutely not. It needs to run for 2 seconds. No, that's not true. We wanted 2 stacks, didn't we? So it needs to run for 10 seconds. And then it's done. So it needs to run a 1/6 of the speed of these. Oh, they should do... You should... I should make a mod that lowers the speed of buildings to save on UPS. I don't know if that makes any sense. I don't know if a building that runs faster than it needs to, but then is inactive, uses more UPS than a building that runs exactly as fast as it needs to consistently. It's an interesting question. It probably doesn't make any difference in the long run, but... Alright, let's cut this design away. Delete all of this. Sorry, Matthew A. Miller and Baprice83. You did nothing wrong, I realise that. Go back up here. Get rid of the large roboports that are consistently in the way. And put our 6 stations down. I lost my job. All right, let's just. I've been trying to not say it for too long now. I work in hospitality. I'm a barista. I'm a bloody good one. You know, I'm not just some part-time teenager who works in a coffee shop because that's a job. You know, I am a professional barista. I barista. Oh, is there any way I tighten this up by 1 tile? Yes, almost certainly yes. And I lost my job because I worked for a business that closed due to the economy. I don't know if you've read much about the economy these days. Can I just flip this? Would that make more sense? Or glip it, I should say. No, it makes actually less sense. It's 3 tiles wide. Why would flipping it make any difference? I do want to leave some space at the train station for eventual circuit network shenanigans. The business closed. I wasn't there for very long. I don't know if you remember. I don't think I started the job before the series started. I honestly don't remember. And so I got the sack in a very stressful and tumultuous way, which was through no fault of my own, but happened in such a way that bridges have been burnt, and it's all been a bit much for me, to be honest. So your boy is once again on the job market. Obviously, it's too soon to be talking about going full-time YouTuber. That is outrageous. It just the numbers just aren't there. Can anyone tell me why my bend here in this design is not a tight bend like this? Does anyone know why that happened? I was 100% in the right, for the record, when I lost my job. Like, it's a small solace. It's a small solace that I was in no way in the wrong. But it doesn't really solve the problem of me not having a flipping job anymore, does it? So anyway, not to bang on about it, thoughts and prayers, etc, etc, I'll be fine. Oh, I'd really like this one to just do this. So frustrating. You will go. I believe that you will. I'm not worried about the congestion here. It's going to be such a small number of trains. Can't remember for the life of me what I was talking about. Oh yeah, going full-time YouTuber. No, just no. I'd like to, but you know, numbers aren't there, are they? We'll just keep at it. We'll just keep at it. Well, I don't know why I did that. I don't really think it's going to make. We've saved so much space here. We really have saved so much space. I bet I don't have that in my clipboard anymore, do I? But I got rid of it. Oh, no, there it is. No, that's the old one. I don't think I ever had it in my clipboard. It's because I didn't get rid of it. That's why. Still there, mate. Still there. Just bung it somewhere. We still need to actually turn these into satellites at the very end, don't we? Forgot that bit. It's just really not on my hotbar anywhere. God damn, I'm stupid. So we want one wagon of satellites, but what we don't want is we don't want too much, probably, of a... No, I'm not turning these into satellites. No, that's not what I was doing at all, of course. I was just like, why did I go through all that rigmarole of checking, doing this? You were going to be solar panels, you were going to be accumulators, and you were going to be radars. Don't actually need to limit the space. Don't need to, like, sequester this to be only this, the way that we're doing it here. Right, so I guess we'll just start flipping tying this up, I suppose. Glass. So hungry. I've got donuts waiting for me downstairs. Donuts are not lunch, okay? Just let me be clear on that. Donuts are not my lunch. Superior Underground is in the way. I know that. It's because it's facing the wrong way, so it won't overwrite one with the other. This doesn't share any ingredients with the... Yes, it does. It shares the electronic circuits. So here they go further on, and these are the rest of those. This then can be batteries. This is iron plates, which splits off here. Go there. The rest go this way. Go in there. Why is this so far across? Because I didn't want it to be affected by the beacons. How close can I make it before it is affected by the beacons? Not that it being affected by the beacons would actually be detrimental in any way. Oh, that's right. I was faffing around with the controls and I removed things. That doesn't change anything, does it? Oh, and these. 420, that's right, one of the meme numbers. One of the various meme numbers they have these days. Don't know if you've seen them. One more is enough. That may have accidentally been 2. No, it's fine. Right, it looks a bit ugly. Why does it look so ugly? Because the belts are so far apart. Having them in rows would be nice, but then that just means linking them up and then... No, it's fine. It is what it is. Why didn't you put these here before you copy and pasted it all? Good questions, because I'm thick. Doesn't matter what these are as long as this one is electronic circuits. So, glass. Silicon. Ah, I've forgotten the other ingredient. Steel. Ah, steel. Steel plates. This one has to be electronic circuits. This one is batteries. This one has to be the iron plates. Don't want to talk about that. You really not. You are fast enough. You are fast enough. Come on. We only, as I say, we only need some. If I have to put some speed modules around that, I will, but I will not admit defeat. That is ridiculous overkill. Even that is ridiculous overkill, but I will do it for the sake of consistency. Whoa, that goes around corners. I wonder if that is actually what the... It's probably just drawing a line between the two gaps. So then this train goes with 3 other trains that are bringing in processing units, low density structures and rocket fuel to make satellites somewhere else. That is the end of that. That was the hard bit. Let me turn this one off now. Show transport line gaps. You press F4 on your keyboard to bring this up. And it's transport lines. I don't know why it's not belts, but, you know, these are the things that happen. This is working at full speed, this is working at full speed. And radars. 60 a minute, perfect, 1 a second, you love to see it. Well, a bit faster than that some days. Science is kicked back off because I fixed all the issues and the uranium train is moving around the base. Good stuff. A lot of good progress today, I thought. I should definitely be limiting this chest. I suppose in theory we could put a circuit condition here to stop this belt from being empty, like don't move any more radars along, but the radars are so cheap it really makes no difference to me. That case, we'll do that with the satellites for sure, because satellites are expensive, they stack to 1, you don't really want 4 trains worth of satellites on the belt, just on the belts, but as I say, we'll sort that out next time when we build the satellites and start moving them to the rocket silos. So yes, thank you for watching. I am fine. I am fine. Don't you worry. Don't worry about me. The Factorio will continue. The factory grows. And yeah, Sundays and Wednesdays. So Smash all the buttons, the like button, the subscribe button, the letter buttons in particular order. If you want to leave a comment, don't just smash them, it will be intelligible. But 10 points for the first person who actually just smashes their hand into the keyboard and leaves a gibberish comment that doesn't get removed by the spam bot algorithm. And yeah, take care. Here's to Factorio, 1,000 years Factorio, forever Factorio, Fenton and Factorio, 1,000 years. See you next time. Bye bye.